Hello everyone, welcome in tutorial number 12 of a course on VBA Excel programming, and today we'll talk about logical statements, and in that also we'll talk about if then else statement. So I'm Saurabh Jain from bi-analytics.org, which is Center for Business Intelligence and Digital Transformation. We have a knowledge community online where we all can come together and help each other, can share our knowledge. So let's start today's lecture, which is logical statements. Logical statements, there are two logical statements in Visual Basic for application: if then else and select case. There are two statements, and in this tutorial we will talk about if then else statement. What does this mean? This in every program, in any case, there may be a logic required to check. Say there is a value in range A1, and we need to identify whether it is positive, negative, whether it is greater than 5,000, and based on that value we have to take some uh, inferences, or we have to do something. So how we will identify that what the value is? So what is the logical conditions are? So based on that logical condition, we do the following things. So when we talk about if then else, what it does is, say if A is greater than 1,000, then do this thing, else do this thing. Say if A is greater than 1,000, say if A is greater than 1,000, it is profit, or if it is A is less than 0, it is negative loss. So it can be like based on the conditions, based on the requirement, we have to apply some logic. So these logics, how to apply in Visual Basic application, this we will learn in today's program. When we talk about if then else, there are three cases. First is only if A is greater than 10, do something. So whenever there is a if, we'll apply and if. Like we have sub and sub, same way we have if and else if. Which means whatever we write, say if A is greater than 10, say hello, say very good, do this, do that, whatever you want to do has to be between then and if. Fine. Then you have if A is greater than 10, then do this, else do this, and if. And third is if A is greater than 10, do this, else again check for condition. So these are three things we'll look one by one in that programming. So let's open our Excel and go into our VBA programming. Developer tab, Visual Basic, and as usual, first of all, we open Insert Module. Fine. So let's check our Excel. Today program, what we want to do is, say there is some number, it can be 32, and whatever the number is, we have to write in the next column positive, negative, or 0. This is the logic we'll develop in this program. Fine. Based on this value in the cell A1, we have to write something on B1, whether it is positive, negative, or 0. Fine. And remember one thing, we can even change the color of this based on the condition. So first of all, let's write a program. So first of all, we'll name the program sub. We can say if then else logic, if underscore test. Fine. So end sub is here. So what we want to do is, we know that our value is in A1 cell. So let's take one variable which will store the value of A1 cell. Dim A as integer. Fine. We are assuming that it is only integer. It can be point also, decimal points, but right now we are doing it integer. Fine. Now I say let store that value of A1 into our variable. So A is equals to range, and we write A1 dot value. A1 dot value. We all know this. So now we have done, what we have done is, we have stored the value. First of all, we declared the variable A, and now we have stored that value into S. So whatever the value is in range A1 is now stored into A. Fine. Now we have to compare. So I write a code if A is greater than 10, then if A is greater than, then end if. Fine. Because for every if there is end if, we have that. So if A is greater than 10, we have to write something. Or we can say greater than 0 because we are checking positive negative, right? So if A is greater than 0. So any number which is greater than 0 is called positive. Fine. So I say range b1 dot value is equals to inverted commas, I say positive. Fine. So this is our code. So this say A is greater than 0. Look, I have not told you A is greater than equal to 0. We have just compared A is greater than 0. Fine. So let's run this program. What I'll do is, let's go outside and run from outside. So because we are checking the condition A is greater than 0, let's first take a negative number to understand what happens. Minus 45. So if A is greater than 0, is minus 45 greater than 0? No. So answer is false. So there is nothing in true. So nothing will happen. Let's see. We'll say macros and run this program. Nothing happened because we checked if A is greater than 0. Yes or no? It was no, and there was nothing in yes. So nothing happened. Fine. Now let's change it to 56. Now let's run this program again. We go into macros and I run this program. So look, here comes positive. Fine. So it has given us a positive number. Now look, if I again write negative number, nothing will happen. But this positive number will not get deleted automatically because computer is a brainless machine. Here it is positive written. Let it be. So if I write again minus 34 and if I run this program, nothing will happen because positive is already written and computer is not writing anything as we showed in earlier first step. So if we run this program, we may say, oh, computer has written positive, but actually computer has done nothing. Fine. So let's see. It is showing positive for minus 34, but actually it has done nothing because positive was already written. If I run it again, nothing will happen. Macros. So nothing happens. Fine. So this was the condition that it checked whether it is greater than. Fine. Now let's check for less than also. Let's write a code for less than also. What I'll do is I'll copy this program again. Control C. So it will be quite easy for you to understand what is happening. Control V, and I'll change it if else underscore test. Fine. So now program is if else test. Now I have a program which says if A is greater than, do this. Now I say if A is greater than 0, if A is greater than 0, then this. Now I introduce else part. Else, right? Negative. So this will be the same line. Range b1 dot value is equals to, and we always write text in inverted commas, negative. Negative. So look, if A is greater than 0, then do write positive, else write negative. So whether the condition is, what are the various cases? It can be greater than 0, it can be less than 0, and it can be equal to 0. So there are 3 cases, fine. But we are talking about if A is greater than 0, condition number 1, then do this, and in all other conditions, write negative. So let's run this program. Now remember, we have to write this program. We have to run. We have to run this if else test program. So let's go on the sheet. Now this is minus 34. Fine. So I run this program. I go into macros, and now I have to run if else test. Let me keep it close so you can understand how it works. So now see what happens. So now I've run this program. Run. So it is telling me negative. Now if I write 100 and I run it again, developers. So what I do is, if I again change it to say 67 and run this program, so this turned out to be positive. Fine. So if the number is negative, it is doing negative. If the number is positive, it is doing positive. But say if I write 0 and run this program again, what it will say, positive or negative? Let's run. It is telling negative. Why? Let's go into our program and check the situation. Look, if a is greater than 0, so 0 is not greater than 0, is equal to 0. The condition is false. It goes into else part and write negative. Fine. So this was the case it did. Now make another program to do correct this also. So now I have to check 3 conditions. Fine. So I'll write another program. Let's copy this. And make our final program. Control V. And write a name, say if else positive negative. If else final program. Fine. So this is our if else final program. Now what you need to do is, if a is greater than 0, do this. Fine. Else again compare. So we have to compare again else if. So what I can do is I can just combine it else if. Fine. Else if. Now you have to check a condition. Else if you have to write a, either a equals to 0 or a is less than 0. So you can write else if a is less than 0, then what you need to do again, then range is negative. Fine. And now I use again else and I write range v1 dot value equals to 0. Let's try to understand this program, what is happening. You have this dim a as integer. If a is greater than 10, then positive, else checking again condition. So when you are checking again condition, we use else if, then range b dot equals to value. Now suppose there are again you want to check, so again write else if. Keep writing else if, and in the end last time it will be else range v1 dot value equals to 0. So this is a program. Let's go outside and now run this program. Now if I say macros and I say run, so I say 0. So whatever I do now, it will change the thing. Say I again write 67. This time I'll run again. Developers, macros, run. So based on that is changing now. Positive, negative, 0. So this is a correct program. So now what we did, whenever this A1 was positive, we changed B1, right? We can also change the value of A1, say color, How we can change? Let's make a new program with the same logic. This time, what I am saying, I will change the A1 color. So I say range A1 dot. Now I can change the color of font also. So I say range A1 dot font dot color. Whenever number is greater than positive, I can give some color code, or we can say right VB green. VB green. This is a keyword. Fine. And if it's less than 0, I say VB red. VB red. Fine. But in the A1 cell. Dot font dot color. I am changing the property. Fine. Else it will be VB black. Let's do this program and see what happens. VB BLACK VB black. And again it has to be cell A1. If you forget to change B1, it will do in the B1 because computer is a brainless machine. It will do whatever you tell them to do. Color. Fine. So now this is our final COLOR, final color. So now sub if final color. This is our new program. Fine. So this is our new program. Now let's see what will happen. Let's go outside. Now it will not change this. It will change this. Let's see. I'll do. Let's run this program. Macro, and I say final color. Run. Look, it has changed to green color. Fine. Or say if I change to -100. Right now it will be green because we have not changed. Now I'll apply the logic. So I'll run this program again. I say run. Oh, I run the wrong program. I have to apply this one. Final color. Run. Look, it changed into red. Fine. And now let's do 0. Now let's run this program again. Macros and run. So look, it becomes black. So this is how we can change the properties. This will be useful when we have say 1000 numbers. We'll have 1000 numbers, and with the logic, computer will tell you, okay, these are the numbers which are less than 0, and it will be automatically turned red. So this will be a logical program we'll be building when we'll be doing the next tutorial. So here we are trying to build the logic test, then we'll apply to all cells. Right now we are applying to single cell. Fine. So this was our if else logic. Now let's move back to our presentation and try to understand. So we did if a is greater than 10 and if condition. If a is greater than 10, then else this, so one true or false. If a is greater than 10, then do this, else if again check, then do this, else in the last condition. So this is if then else. Fine. So this is the way if then else code is written. This is the basic if then else test. It depends on our case and scenarios what we'll be doing. So in coming programs, we'll be using some logics to do it more exercise. Don't worry. But right now we have to understand the syntax and understand if there is a program is written, can we read them or not? This is most important. Fine. Okay. Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about logical and operators. Logical, there are various operators like and, or, and not. Fine. There are 3 operators and, or, and not. Now right now we have checked one condition. If a is greater than 10. Suppose we want to check 2 conditions. If name is Saurabh and location is Jaipur, then do something. If Saurabh is from Delhi, don't do. But if A1 cell value is Saurabh and location value is Jaipur, then do something, else do not do it. So conditions are, we have to check two conditions. So we apply a AND operator, OR operator and NOT operator. How this happens? See, if A is greater than 10 and A is less than 100, we can write like simple like this. Fine. So when we write like this, and it means we are checking two conditions. So now there's a truth table. You need to understand condition 1, condition 2. If condition 1 is true and condition 2 is true, and we are applying AND operator, it means both the conditions are true. So result will be true. If one condition is true, result will be false because both conditions would be true in AND case. Fine. If both are false, condition will be false. Fine. False means it will go into else part. True means it will go into then part. Okay, got it? Let's move for another operator which is OR. If A is greater than 100 or A is less than, we'll write like this. Fine. So condition 1 true, condition 2 true. Both are true. Answer will be true. True means then part. It will go into then part. If condition 1 is true or condition 2 is false, so at least one condition is true. So OR means again true. If it is false and condition 2 is true, it will be true. If both the conditions are false, then it will be false. So in AND, both conditions should be true, or in false, in OR, any one condition should be true. This is we need to understand. Don't worry, you will come with practice. Fine. Now about NOT operator is like, what does NOT operator says? If NOT is A is greater than 10, it means that if answer is true, it will do the reverse one. If A is greater than 10 and we did not, so if not A is greater than 10, it means it will be true when A is less than 10. Fine. Hope you are able to understand. If A is greater than true होता है, then if not A is greater than 10 will be false. Fine. If one condition is true, not will replace the condition. This is the thing. Fine. So this was the logical operators. Now let's take one example. This is an assignment for you. We all have income tax problems. So say you have income, 0 to 200,000. So if say your income lies in this slab, or you lies in 2 lakh to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 10 lakh and above. So there are different tax slab rates. So now you have to apply a logic to identify in which slab my income is, and you have to calculate the tax. So like this can be a good example for solving if else problems. So I can say if my income is less than 200,000 or 2 lakh, then tax equals to 0. Else, if income is greater than 2 lakh and less than 5 lakh, then the condition is this one. So based on logic, you have to apply a logic. So I would like you to write a program for calculating income tax with the help of logic. Now, you also need to understand that for this much, if you are into 10 lakh slab, you have to also pay a 10% tax also. Fine. So we will write a program in next tutorial or somewhere another day. But today, you have to think a logic. What logic you will apply to solve an income tax case problem. You can take your own tax slab based on the situations and try to solve this question. Fine. Oh. Yes, one more thing before we close this chapter. This is called a mod operator. What is mod operator? Which says you talk about less than condition, you can talk about greater than condition, equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Fine. But mod is, say 10 mod 2 means it will give you the remainder. So 10 mod 2. If you divide 10 by 2, what will be the remainder? Fine. Say 10 mod 3. 3 3 is 9. So remainder will be 1. Fine. So mod is an operator which gives you a remainder. And it is very helpful. Say if 10 mod 2 equals to 0. Say imagine you want to identify whether a number is odd or even. If you divide a number by 2 and if remainder is 0, it is even. And if remainder is 1, it is odd. So let's make a simple program to understand this also. So this will be quite easy and helpful for you to understand what we can do with this mod operators. There might be row numbers, and if the row number is odd, you want to change the color to green. If the row number is even, you want to change the color to give alternate color. There may be many techniques, but today you need to understand that mod operator tells you, gives you the remainder. Fine. So let's make a small program before closing this. And you can download this file from the website. Make sure you download this website and do this program with your hands. So I say sub, and I will write mod underscore example. Fine. In last tutorial we talked about input box and message box. So now I'll use an input box and message box. I will not take the data from the Excel. So let's do it. Fine. So I said dim n as integer. So I am asking user, give me some number. So I say n is equals to, I will write input box. Fine. We have learned this in last example. Hope you have done the practice. Enter number. So I have got the number in n. Now what I need to do is I have to check the value. So if, or let's take another variable, dim r as integer, and this is r is what? Remainder. So I say r is equals to n mod 2. So now r will store the value of remainder, n mod 2. N will be divided by 2 and r will be stored, remainder will be stored in r. So now I have to check if remainder is equals to 1. Fine. Then what then? Then message box, I say odd number, else message box even number. Fine. And in the end you have to write and if you will not write and if, it will tell you error, it will give you error. So what I have written the program, if and if simple program. Now let's see. You have n r, if r equals to 1, message box odd number, else, because there can be 2 only, either it can be a remainder 1 or it can be 0 in case of 2. So let's run this program. It is asking you enter number. Say I enter 67. I say okay. It will tell you odd number. So now computer is able to tell you whether which it is an odd number or even number. Okay. Let's run this program again. I say enter number. This time I have 78. It's a even number. Fine. So this is how you can check. So this was about odd. So I showed you odd, if else logic and something. Right now I have taken the input from the user and given the user input to the user. You can use Excel cell also, take the input and get output in the Excel cell. Fine. So this was all about our today's class using if and else operator. Make sure to join us on bi-analytics.org, which is the website where you can download this tutorial. Fine. And if you have any problem, please write in the comment. If you are happy, again write in the comment, because then only you will learn how to write in the comment when there is a problem for you. Okay. So one more thing, if you have seen this video completely, please write in the comment, I have seen the entire video. Fine. So in next video, we'll talk about loops, and when there will be loops coming into picture. Right now we have checked the value of one cell. We'll talk of 100 cells, 1000 cells, and it will be done in a flash of second, and you will have a power. You will get a superpower to solve the complex problems of this Excel. Fine. So let's meet you in next tutorial. Thank you very much.